folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Play action. Stafford.
Let's go.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Mike, check.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Who's 60? 7. All day, dog. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Phillip Lindsay on the carry.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
59's Mike. Check. 59. Good. Watch the twist. Hey, buzz. Be ready. Zebra. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. It's coming this way.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready. Mike's 59. Go. Mike.
Stafford on 1st down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Washington nothing. Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Here's Antonio Gibson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Rip right. 47's the Mike, boys. 47.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
No gain on the play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
A gain of 7 yards.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. A run for Nick Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And a Washington first down.
Here we go, Shaq. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Tight end right. Hey. 4 down. Switch. Wide.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Brought down by Bryce.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Get him. Undercross. 45. Oh, you got deep?
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll find Hall. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
A gain of 7.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Chubb. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Nick Chubb on the carry.
On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
7-7, our score after one. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. From the 29, Stafford, man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Stafford now to throw. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 37 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a first and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Mike's 47. Strip that ball. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Ship. He's coming.
On the carry, it's Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Check three. Hey, you got to get moving, man. Man, move it. You got to get that.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Jackson. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. So awfully close that time, but his kick's going to come up short by about the length of the football.
Yeah, Brandon, he got a little help from the mile-high air, but that one just didn't quite get there.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 44-yard line.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 32. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check it out.
Here's Lindsey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
57's Mike. Mike 57. You remember Mike 70. Let's go, baby.
Here's Stafford. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
22. Mike, check. 59.
Now it's Lindsey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
59's Mike. Check. 59.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And does Washington have it? They do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect. Means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
On the jump. 45. Check. Hey, watch it. Check 45 to Mike. Check.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Chubb. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's going to be caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
For a Denver Broncos.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 41-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And now it's second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And
Here's Jackson on third and long. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, 67 yards. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Well, we're used to seeing big plays from him in the passing game. That'll obviously go as a rushing touchdown, and what a rushing touchdown it was.
And you got to think to yourself that this coaching staff has looked at his playmaking ability and said to themselves, why are we just going to throw it to him? Let's double his touches and make him a big part of the run game. That big playability, it was at the forefront on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Washington.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Here's Jackson. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Antonio Gibson. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Double right.
In your face.
They'll run. It's Lindsey.
Check.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
The ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Mike's 59. 22. 59.
From the 50 at Stafford. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
For a Denver Broncos.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball.
Now Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Hey. I'm coming, baby.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Washington first down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Ball carrier.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Broncos' 25-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take for 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hey, 50. Team on the Bucks. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
We own them. We own them.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Yeah, boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
43-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Get change, name, how about your respect? Give them more than when I get expected up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Spend more.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. They run. Chubb. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
The ball carrier.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
The ball carrier.
No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
No gain on
the lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal.
Jackson to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Antonio Gibson. Incomplete. It's 4th down and goal at the 2-yard line.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Now Jackson. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Touchdown, Washington.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
49-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
For T.J. Hawkinson, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Stafford. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Today's finals, Washington.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening